What's up, Facebook world? It's your brother, Pastor Keith, coming to you live and direct as I do every Wednesday. And I got to tell you, this Wednesday, I am just so excited to just get an opportunity to share with you or put some Bible on it for 5 minutes. Just let you know what God is saying to me and what I believe God is saying to both of us, even during times like this. I know you may be watching right now and saying to yourself, what in the world is he excited about? Well, I'm excited because God reminded me today that no matter what's going on in our lives, we are called to press on. We are a press on people. And he took me to the word in Philippians, the 3rd chapter. Paul reminds us in verse 14 when he says, I press on toward the goal to win the prize for which God has called me heavenward in Christ Jesus. Paul is talking to the church in Philippi back then. God is talking to us right now and saying, no matter what's going on in your life, you are to press forward. You are to push on. You are to fight through it. Now watch this. He's not just talking about one particular crisis, one particular challenge. Paul reminds the church back then, and I believe God is reminding us right now that it doesn't matter the struggle. It doesn't matter the situation. You could be struggling with addiction. God says, press on. You could be battling with financial challenges. God says, press on. You could be dealing with a sickness in your body right now. God says, you still need to press on. Your relationship may not be where you want it to be. They're talking about leaving you. Folk are talking about walking away from you. But I've come this morning to encourage you and tell you to press on. Well, Pastor Keith, how do I press on when I'm dealing with the struggle that I'm dealing with? How do I press on when I'm fighting the battles that I'm fighting with? How do I press on when it seems like I keep getting pushed back? Paul has the answer right here. Paul says you need to press on to win the prize to which God has called us heavenward. In other words, Paul says your perspective may not be in the right place. He said you need to be going for that prize that gets you into heaven. Now, I'm not here to say that you can work to get into heaven, because we know Christ died so that we all can live and have life abundantly. And if we confess with our mouths that Jesus is Lord, then we are saved. But what Paul is saying is that not only are we saved, but God has called each of us with purpose. God has called each of us with something to do while we are here on this earth. And that is what we need to focus on, even when the challenges seem great. Even when the struggles seem even unbearable and you can't take it, God is saying, I need you to keep your eyes on the prize. I need you to keep your mind on the mission. I need you to remember that not only did I save you, but I called you with purpose. And as long as you keep your eyes on the thing that I have called you to do, the purpose that I have planted you here, even during this season, you will be able to press on. Well, that's the word for you this morning. That's the word for me, that I don't need to spend a whole lot of time worrying about things that I have no control over. I don't need to spend a whole lot of time worrying about things that I can't accomplish, that I'm not even called to accomplish. But I have to keep my focus on the Father, that I have to keep my mind on the Messiah, that I have to keep pressing on towards the prize and remember what it is that God has called me to do, and get busy doing it. I'm Pastor Keith, senior pastor of Riverside. Just wanting you to know that I love you, that I'm praying for you. Meet me back here next Wednesday. Let's keep this energy going. Let's keep staying excited. Let's keep listening to hear what God has to speak to you and I every single Wednesday, 10 o'clock a.m. I love you, I adore you, and I'm praying for you. God bless.